what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. LSU set to host former Texas A&M tight end Donovan Green on a visit this week. Again, this is nothing to... This is not like a big giant.
I
name.
think it is.
Well, I mean,
not
I
even the
think,
name, but just like the fact that you still got to add what we talked about yesterday. You got to add one more tight end.
Yes,
and
exactly.
This is one that has played in the SEC, and you don't need pass catchers right now. You got one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if
He's
the bowl
big.
game's any indication,
He's 6'4".
You might have the best pass catching tight end moving forward.
That's true. Donovan Green is 6'4", 265.
Yes.
So 2 years ago as a freshman, he had 22 catches, 230 yards, and a touchdown. Then he tore his ACL last year. So coming off of injury, which I don't mind, right? Potentially kind of driving the value down, making him hungry to go prove himself.
He got to change his number for a little bit, but.
What? Oh, yeah. Oh, he's number 18.
Yeah.
Smart play here. Absolutely. Like Jake said, it makes a lot of sense to get depth of the position. The only thing you can't do here is just overpay. But again, I don't know what the market would look like here. Like, is somebody going to put this price into overpay range? I'm not entirely sure, but getting Donovan Green would definitely complete the tight end room at that point. You'd have Bauer Sharp. You'd have Trades Green, who, again, Bauer Sharp led Oklahoma in catches. So you're talking about two premier receiving tight ends who will only get better at blocking, I imagine, with more experience.
That bowl game, that bowl game, and I said it on the broadcast, just think of the experience. And I said it for a couple of guys. Trades Green in the run game, having those reps, valuable, because he didn't get those during the regular season. And I get why he didn't get them. But, you can, hey, if you mess up, we care, but not as much. Yep. Same thing for Caden Durham and pass protection. He hadn't been great there, but he continued to get better. And that was a game. Normally there was a couple plays where it would always be Josh Williams in, but Caden Durham got those reps, and you saw him have to pick up a backer or a safety. And those things, and you know this as well as I do, they can propel you into all-season workouts, into spring with a different confidence, because you're like, hey, you know what? I did that, and it went pretty well.
It turns out there's no better way to feel confident about the ability to do something than to actually have done it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you have belief that you did not before, because it's no longer hypothetical. You can turn on the tape and see, oh no, okay, they did sort that out and managed to get that safety, and look what happened. Nuss was protected and the big play was made, and that's what's on the line every time you go to pass block.
If you got this tight end, I think you would have what we're talking about over the last couple of weeks. You would have a true F.
Yep.
You would have on the back end a true Y if you got the tight end from A&M, and then you would have your in between, your tweener of an F and a Y with Sharp. It would be a tight end room that looked bleak for a long time, because you're like, man, you're losing all your guys, right? And Trades was out there playing receiver. Well, he comes back in the bowl game, and then we know what Sharp can do outside of throwing the ball. We saw that, can't do that. I mean, you would have.
He was the one that threw the bad play, the bad trick play.
The trick play. Hey, I'm just going to throw it up to Sage Ryan. But your tight end room would look really good, I think, at that point. Certainly compared to how you ended the season, and it would still have room to grow, because Trades Green, again, his potential, you hadn't even. I don't even think you've scratched the surface on what he can end up leaving LSU with.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, because he's already made a couple of really nice plays.
If I want to be extreme, he has Kyle Pitts level potential. And I mean college Kyle Pitts. Now, for whatever reason, that is not translated to the NFL, but you would still rate Kyle Pitts the exact same coming out of college that you did at the time. He was transcendent.
He got picked before Jamar Chase.
That's what I'm saying. Like Trades Green, because of his physical attributes, has the potential to be a first-round tight end, which is very, very hard to do. So, and certainly, like Jake said, how that bowl game ended goes a long way towards making him believe that and getting ready to have a massive sophomore breakout season. And it's one of those things, Jake, too, where it's good. It's good timing for him. Garrett Nussmeier coming back. Nuss loves throwing to tight ends. Like there's going to be a ton of opportunity for him next season, and they should be with each other throughout this offseason, grinding, getting that chemistry down, and they could become one of the best combinations in the entire country.
Yeah. Part of the reason, so Nuss comes back, and this quarterback class in the next NFL draft's not super deep.
No.
And there was people that loved Nussmeier. I mean, Mel Kiper had him as a first rounder. But when you decide to come back, you have to know that I'm going to have some Jimmies and Joes around me, right? You got to feel confident in that. And so when Nussmeier can look up and he knows he's got Aaron Anderson, he knows he's got Chris Hilton Jr. after what they did in the bowl game, he's got Xavier Thomas, and now he's got Trey Green. He's got these tight end weapons. He's got Caden Durham coming back, and they've got more running backs coming. Now the offensive line, it was great in that Baylor game. We'll see what it looks like in the totality of a regular season.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things that intrigues the Garrett Nussmeier to come back, because he looks up, he's like, man, I've got kind of weapons everywhere. Now those weapons have to live up to the potential. Like Chris Hilton Jr. has been awesome the last couple of games. We've been waiting on that. We saw that all through training camp.
There you go.
Right? And now you finally get it. And so those things, that gets you as a quarterback excited to go work with those players. And like you're talking about, now it's on the quarterback to be able to, during the offseason, create that chemistry, create that relationship. What do we always talk about with Joe Burrow and Jefferson and Chase and Marshall, right? They were together every day, all day during the offseason.
Summer 10,000 catches and whatnot. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.